In the boundless echo of creation, before the first dawn kissed the earth, there was only light. A light so pure, so absolute, that it held within it all that ever was and all that ever would be. This light was the breath of the gods, the heartbeat of existence itself. They were beings of pure will, architects of galaxies and sculptors of stars. Their laughter was the melody of the cosmos, their tears, the cosmic dust that formed new worlds. Humanity, their most cherished creation, was born from a single, shimmering tear of joy. We were made in their image, not of their power, but of their capacity to love, to dream, and to feel. They walked among us then, their forms cloaked in ethereal mist, their voices a gentle hum in the winds. They taught us the language of the stars, the rhythm of the seasons, and the sacred geometry of life. We built monuments to honor them, temples that reached for the heavens, not out of fear, but out of profound, unconditional love. The first age was a golden era, a time of perfect harmony. The gods were our guides, and we were their devoted children. But within the heart of perfection, a shadow began to stir. It was not born of malice, but of a question. One of the lesser gods, a weaver of dreams named Lyra, began to wonder if humanity's love was truly genuine or merely a reflection of the god's own brilliance. She believed that for love to be real, it must be chosen, not commanded by divine presence. So Lyra whispered this idea into the minds of her kin. Her words were like seeds of doubt, planting themselves in the fertile ground of divine minds. A great debate echoed through the celestial courts. Some argued for a continued presence, for guiding humanity's hand. Others, swayed by Lyra's logic, felt that to truly see their creation flourish, they must step back. They must allow humanity the freedom to choose, to falter, and to find their own way back to the light. The debate raged for eons, a silent storm in the heavens that shook the foundations of reality. Finally, a decision was made. It was a choice born of the ultimate love, the love that is willing to let go. With hearts heavy with a sorrow that could shatter suns, the gods agreed to vanish. They would not abandon humanity, but rather they would recede into the very fabric of existence, becoming the unseen laws of nature, the whisper of intuition, the quiet strength in a moment of despair. Their departure was not an event of fire and thunder, but a gradual, silent fading. One by one, their radiant forms dissolved into the light from which they came. The sky wept shimmering tears, the mountains bowed their heads in silent grief, and a profound quiet fell upon the earth. For the first time, humanity was alone. The silence was deafening. The vibrant colors of the world seemed to dull, and the songs of the earth lost their divine harmony. We cried out for them, our voices echoing in empty temples. We searched for them in the highest peaks and the deepest oceans, but found only their absence. In this great silence something else was born, fear. And from fear grew division, doubt, and despair. We forgot the language of the stars and began to fight over patches of earth. We turned the gods' teachings into rigid doctrines, their names into banners for war. The memory of their love became a distorted echo, a story told to frighten children rather than inspire souls. The world grew cold. Centuries turned into millennia. We built new empires on the ruins of the old, each one a testament to our ambition and our loneliness. We looked to the heavens, no longer with love, but with a sense of abandonment, a deep, ancestral wound that refused to heal. We were orphans of the cosmos, stumbling through the darkness, searching for a light we could no longer see. We had been given the ultimate gift of freedom, but we had used it to build a prison of our own making. But the gods had not truly left us. Their legacy was not written in stone or scripture, but was woven into the very soul of humanity. They left behind a spark of their own divinity within each of us. This spark is the source of our unyielding hope, our capacity for forgiveness, our selfless acts of kindness. It is the artist's inspiration, the scientist's curiosity, the mother's love, the protector's courage. It is the quiet voice that tells us to get up when we have fallen, to try again when we have failed, to love even when our hearts are broken. Their vanishing was not an act of abandonment, but an act of profound faith in us. They saw a potential in humanity that we could not see in ourselves. They knew that true strength is not given, but discovered. True wisdom is not taught, but earned. And true love is not a gift from the heavens, but a fire kindled within the human heart. Slowly, imperceptibly, we began to remember, not with our minds, but with our souls. We began to see the divine not in celestial beings, but in each other. We found their light in a stranger's smile, their wisdom in the quiet contemplation of nature, their love in the bonds of family and friendship. We learned that the temples we needed to build were not of stone, but of compassion. The prayers we needed to say were not of words, but of actions. We started to realize that the gods never vanished. They simply became a part of us. They are the courage that faces the dawn after a long night. They are the hope that plants a seed in barren ground. They are the love that rebuilds a broken world. Their ultimate gift was not their presence, but their absence, for it forced us to find the divine within ourselves. And so the legacy they left is you. It is me. It is every single soul who dares to dream, to create, to love in a world that often feels devoid of light. The story of the gods is not over. It is being written every day in every choice we make. We are the continuation of their song, the living embodiment of their eternal hope. We are the fallen who can rise again. We are the proof that light is never truly lost, because it lives inside us. It is our birthright, our purpose, and our greatest power. When you feel lost in the silence, listen closely. You will hear the echo of their love in the beating of your own heart. You are not an orphan of the cosmos. You are the heir to a divine legacy, a story of light and rebirth waiting to be told. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Subscribe to God Story Reborn, and together, let's continue to explore the stories of light that connect us all.